and welcome back. This is Scuba with more Let's Play Phantasy Star. I'm joined as always by my ultimate squad of Elisa, Meow, Tylon, and Loot. When we last left off, we made it back to Caminate. I went ahead and healed, purchased some more Ruogenins and a Tran carpet. I filled out my inventory as much as I could. We are hopefully ready to move on. We're headed toward the end of the game today, and that involves going north of Xi'an, of all places. Not too far from where we started everything. We can find a step pyramid here. We bypassed this a couple times. Let's actually head in after taking on some deadly monster flies. Or Tylon could come in and wreck house. Tylon's good for that. Let's kill or be killed with those monster flies. Alright, into the step pyramid here. This will allow us to go through. As it turns out, this is Baya Marlay Prison. And the only way to get in is to actually use magic here. Let's try to use a dungeon key. As you can see, there was no effect. What we need to do is use Lutz's Magic Unseal. Cost me 4 MP to do that, and I'm probably gonna do it twice. But let's head in. This is a prison, so there are no enemies around here, but there are a lot of prisoners. So let's go ahead and talk to the prisoners. Some of them have some useful things to say after all. Did you get the armor in Guarin? I did. That's the Laconian armor that he's talking about. Wow, you're amazing. It's about time somebody told me that. I don't hear that nearly enough in these games. What if I say no? You can find it on the other side of a pitfall. And there's your clue on how to get it. Hopefully you guys remembered where Guarin was, because I honestly don't remember the name of it, but he seemingly did, and he couldn't have been more vague. A pitfall. Alright, let's go into the next cell. Lashik's more dangerous than people realize. His magical power is to snatch away your very soul. Let's just go with that's what the translation was. Yes, he is quite powerful. We've been building up for him this whole time. I'm not expecting a cakewalk when we get there. Let's use a dungeon key and see what awaits us on the other side of this prison cell even. Did you come to let me out of here? Oh, please help me. I don't want to die. And then we just leave him. Is that enough for the door to close? No. Maybe I have to take a step. How long before it actually closes? I'm curious. I gotta take a few steps, it looks like. Maybe go through a different door, go to a different floor, something like that. But he can walk out. We'll see if he does. He's the only reasonable prisoner I've seen so far. Overthrow Lashik? That's impossible. You can't kill the unkillable man. Well, we'll see what I can do. I do have a lot of Laconian stuff, and that's supposed to be some of the best stuff in the game. I'm also kind of weirded out that we just assume all the prisoners are political prisoners and don't necessarily belong here, because they probably do. I don't know, some of them. Like, there's got to be at least, like, one murderer in all of these cells, right? Is it this one? We're all going to end up as sacrifices for Lashik. I knew it. That was the murderer this whole time. Also, this is the first I've heard of sacrifices for Lashik. Is that just the women? Is that all of the prisoners? What kind of sacrifice are we talking about here? I don't like the sound of it either way, though. All right, let's head into the last two cells, see what awaits us inside. In here, there's a tower on top of the knoll of Baya Marlay. I wonder what secrets lie within. Apparently that's all he does, is he sits in his cell and wonders. Alright, let's head right here. Yeah, I've made a bad decision, but we're gonna stick through with it. I'll show you what the decision is when we actually get to it, but I've made up my mind about it. We're gonna have to go through this dungeon again. You better not go any further. There's a security guard up ahead. Indeed there is, and there's 2 ways to deal with him. First way is the bad decision that I'm going to make now. Do you have a road pass? Yes, I do. I've had it pretty much the entire game. This is a fake. Where did you get this? Well, you certainly picked the right place to get locked up. Come with me. And we wind up in a jail cell, but our jail cell doesn't have a door to it. And this is where I made the bad decision because, well, there's no connecting this part of the prison to the first part of the prison. I don't know why. I'm not sure why. Let's take a right out of here first, because that will lead us to the final prisoner, and he is the only reason that I went through this, so he better have dialogue that's worth it. Oh, so you were confined here as well? How sad. Sure, there's a way out of here, but what's the point? Life is so much less complicated here. Wasn't worth it. Apparently we found the one guy that's just happy to be in prison. Alright, let's just get out of here. Now, the way out is a little complicated. Once you start going parallel to the other hallway, you're going to want to count 2 steps here and turn right. Suddenly, there's a door. There wasn't when we were looking when it was the side, but it was indeed there. Is there anything to the right here? There is not. So just head over to the left and out. Well, almost out. This takes you back to the first floor, but once again, no connection to the other part of the dungeon. So let's head back in. And this is why it was a bad decision, because I have to waste 4 more MP on this damn magic unsealed door. That's why it was a bad decision. 4 more MP gone. Simply because I wanted to show off a prisoner that didn't have much to say in the first place. Let's just quickly go through this dungeon once more so that we can actually take on the robot guard the way that will allow me to go through him, which is what I want to do. So we'll have to say we do not have a road pass, even though I have a road pass and I'm pretty sure it's not fake. No, I do not have a road pass. Intruder detected, initiating termination sequence. And we're up against the robot police. As you can see, not as difficult as other robots that we have fought before. So let's hope we get through this without too much damage. That was 5 damage on Meow. I am keeping track. And almost half of his health is gone. And that was 13 on Elisa. But he goes down nonetheless. 25 experience points coming my way. And since it's a new enemy, we're going to open up the treasure chest. No explosion, that's always the best news. 156 Mercedes, and we are heading through to the other side. It's a very quick journey to our next destination. I believe the enemies around here, yeah, they're still easy, as if we were on the other side of the wall, but they still do damage. Still do damage. I'm definitely gonna have to troop back to Caminite at some point. Oh, look, a Manticore. I am already full on all my supplies. Like I said, I didn't get rid of any of the key items because it feels wrong doing that, but there's definitely a few that are useless to me right now. I even held on to the Laconian Axe, even though I feel like that wasn't necessarily the best weapon. Feels wrong getting rid of the ultimate weapon in the game. What the game feels is the ultimate weapon. It feels wrong just to get rid of it because I don't like it. All right, let's head in here. Now, what I want to do is turn left first. Going straight leads to a dead end. And then I'm going to make a right. If you turn left here, it'll lead you to a box where you can find... well, an enemy that I don't want to take on. So instead we're gonna go right, and then we're gonna make a left, and we will make it out. Now here, we can do something that I believe I could have done before, but I did not for whatever reason. Let's get in our flow mover. And then we can coast right over the lava. Oh. For some reason, I must have forgotten about this. I believe we had it last time. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Item. Flow mover. Just get out of the flow mover. Hopefully onto the land. Thank you. Ever so nice of you. And here we can find the tower. Once again, magic door. More MPUs. Not necessarily my favorite, but we're down 12 MP. It feels like that's somewhat significant here. Do I want to go that way first? Hold on, had to make another decision. I have made it. We are tackling this in several segments. We are going to ignore both of the paths that lead left because that's the actual way forward, and we don't want to go that way. If you turn right here, it'll lead you to another set of stairs that is, I believe, actually where I want to go as well. But we're ignoring that path for the time being. We're going to take our first left here, and we will find ourselves a locked door. Let's use our dungeon key and head through where we can find a treasure chest with a ruogenin in it. And I do want to drop something for it. Let's get rid of one of my escape cloths because I do have 2 of them. Once again, I'm loaded with key items that are most likely useless at this point, but I feel so bad getting rid of them. That's probably why we're tackling this in segments. So we're going to take a left from where we got the ruogenin and follow the path around to stairs leading down. Now this is where things get a little bit more complicated. We will take this left eventually, so we're going to skip it now. To the left here is pretty much the path backwards from falling in the pit that's right in front of us. So if we did fall in that pit, we would have to follow the path that led to the door that is to our left now, if that makes sense. But let's get rid of the trap and move forward. And over here we can find a treasure chest with 500 Mercedes in it. If we turn left here, it just leads to a dead end, so I'm going to ignore it, and we are going to head back. Once again, ignoring the path to the right. The Mad Stalkers are not bad by this point, which is very strange of me to say, because there's still 4 of them after all. But we can handle them quite easily. 1 damage, no damage. So far, between the 4 of them, they've done 1 damage. Really? I thought we could finish this off a little bit more quickly, but still, they go down pretty damn quick. 88 experience for the 4. We are not opening treasure chests. We're ignoring the path to the right because, once again, that's what happens when you fall down the pit. There's nothing there for us as a result, and we are going to make our second right here. Do I have to? Can I just run? Thank you. And we'll turn right, where we can find, a Dark Marauder. They have not let me run from this guy yet, so we are going to hope for the best. Seriously? This is why I'm doing it in segments. Things like that. If he does it again, I'm just gonna be pissed. Didn't get a chance. Down goes the Dark Marauder. 30 experience points for that. 88 for the Mad Stalker fight, though. Really? Can I run? I can just run now. Let's do that. All right, if I turn right, there is nothing and it's a dead end. If I go straight, it leads to an empty treasure chest, so I'm going to make a left so that we can go deeper into the dungeon. What am I doing? Just head forward. It's not like a normal door. Whatever. All right, just straight and through. Where we can find an actual locked door. Let's head through and hope for the best here. There's a little bit going on. We're gonna make a left, but it's kind of a box, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But if you turn left here, there will be a locked door with an empty treasure chest on the other side, and I'm not interested in that. Let's head here, where I can find a treasure chest with 50 Mercedes inside. Not the 500 that I was hoping for, but I'll take it. A Chaos Sorcerer. Now I can't even remember if we've seen this guy before, but he does the same hit everybody with some magic attack that I hate, so not my favorite. Not my favorite at all. I might have to get rid of all of my key items that I'm no longer using as a result of that kind of stuff. All right, 32 experience. Hey, a level for Tylon and for loot. What do you know? Just in case it's new, we're gonna open it. 187 Mercedes. Going right leads back to where we started the floor, so we're going to ignore that, and we are going to head down the second path here, where we can find a treasure chest with a ruogenin I should have something that I can drop, shouldn't I? I mean, so much of this is not going to be useful anymore. Like the ice decker, completely useless to me now. As is the Laconian axe. I should just like eat one of the Rogenins. You know what? We're just going to have to leave it behind. Oh well. We'll head through to the other side, which is the same corridor we were in before, and we're going to continue on where we can head up and we can find a locked door. Let's use our dungeon key here and see what awaits us on the other side. Did you come here thinking it was Baya Marlay Tower? I did. Isn't it Baya Marlay Tower? You will surely be destroyed by heaven's wrath. I don't like the sounds of that. What if I said I was thinking it was a different tower? Then you should turn back. Turn back or die. Those are apparently my options. And with that done, I am just going to get the hell out of here. We're going to bypass on out. I'm going to troop back to Caminite, and I'll meet you right back inside with more health. I like health.